The Bidi Bidi settlement has quickly become one of the world's largest refugee settlements, housing more than 270,000 refugees. The camp is congested and resources are limited. The Disaster Management Department says it's doing all it can to manage the situation.
These settlements, the refugees are able to cope up in terms of livelihood, in that they are given parcels of land on which they grow food, and within 3 months' time, if at all the weather is good, they are able to cope with food. I think the basic necessity while in refugeehood is food. And this helps the government offset a number of, or a big amount of funds that could have been spent on production of food.
Settlements in Romwanja camp in western Uganda host refugees mostly from the Democratic Republic of Congo and Somali people. Mushemere, who lives in the Romwanja settlement, is a refugee from the DRC.
I live here with my children. We dig. I am even part of a cooperative where I can borrow money. The children can go to school, and with money from the savings scheme, we can do other things.
At the Romwanja settlement, refugees are living side by side with host communities and benefit from education and health services set up by the government.
Of course, we give credit to the host communities too, that where government does not have land, the host communities like West Nile have offered this land. And in turn, we develop this land in tandem with the development needs of the areas in terms of schools. If you went to Koboko, for example, there are primary schools that have been set up, health centers and so on, which benefit both the locals and nationals. So in this way, we are able to create a condition of peaceful coexistence, and we stem off otherwise conflicts that could have come in place.
Disaster officials estimate the country spends about $50 million on refugees annually. Uganda is currently the third largest refugee hosting country in Africa. Despite the challenges in dealing with large numbers of refugees, Uganda says it will keep its doors open, and the country is hopeful that the rest of the world can learn from its example.